Today, we're looking at one of the greatest stealth games in video game history, Metal Gear Solid in MGS1, which is, wait, MS1? MS1. Sorry, I got the wrong MS1. Today we're looking at the Saramonic SG MS1, which is a microphone and not MGS1, as I briefly allowed myself to believe. There was just one letter in it. That is all that stands between me reviewing a shotgun mic and spending an afternoon sitting inside a cardboard box while my wife goes full Psycho Mantis.
You have a large place in your heart.
A large place?
Yes, a large place.
It also does make this outfit redundant. Now, Saramonic did send me this mic to review, and I do get to keep it. They do not have any editorial on the video, but I do have a long and ongoing relationship with them, so factor that in accordingly. Although given that I thought they wanted me to review a PS1 game that's over 25 years old, I'm not sure how much credibility I had to begin with. So while the SG MS1 is not a Hideo Kojima masterpiece, it might be a Saramonic masterpiece, or at least a very good, very compact MS stereo shotgun mic, looking to compete against much more expensive microphones such as the Sanken SMS50 and the Sennheiser MKH418S. However, the MS1 retails for only $350 while the other two mics cost north of $1,000. And no, MS also does not stand for Metal Gear Solid. It stands for mid-side, which sounds confusing but really isn't. There are two capsules in this mic, one pointing forward at the front and the one's pointing sideways, picking up everything around it. And when you combine them, you get an audio feed that has a strong, solid center, but also a genuine sense of the space the center is sitting in. Look, this is really above my pay grade, and I am not an audio expert, but as I understand it, if you're running a standard shotgun mic, you're getting your subject beautifully, nice and clear, no complaints. But the world they're standing in has been completely flattened out of existence by the directionality of the audio pickup pattern. So you end up with dialogue that technically sounds great, but feels like it was recorded in a vacuum. Because as far as your microphone was concerned, it was. This mic is one of the most versatile I've ever used, which is honestly the main thing this mic has going for it: total flexibility. There's 3 modes on board. M mode is mid only, so that's your bog standard front pickup pattern. Pointed at a person, hear that person clearly. Interviews, dialogue, pieces to camera, the essentials. S mode is side only, which is your pure ambience mode, wide and spatial and atmospheric. And on its own, it does sound a bit odd, but as a texture layer for sound design or for building your own ambience library, it's ideal when you want to capture how the world around you sounds. And then there's MS mode, which is both of them running together. On top of that, you've got adjustable stereo width, anywhere from 50 to 140 degrees. Narrow it down when you've got a close subject and you want everything focused on them. Open it right up for a landscape or a live band or a room full of people. Same mic, same setup, you're just dialing in how much of the outside world you want to let in through these modes. And you can customize and control your mic response via the settings on the mic itself or by connecting it to your phone and increasing the specificity of your adjustments. It's kind of like dialing in something from the back of the CD case.
In any case, you should contact Meryl by codec. Wasn't her frequency written on the back of the CD case?
If you know, you know. Now let's listen to some examples, both here in the studio compared to some of my other mics, and then out in the real world seeing some of the differences in those pickup patterns. Sorry, that must have been left over from my old review. Must have mixed those up. Let me play the actual section. Okay, and now this is a test of the Saramonic SG MS1, and we're comparing it to the Sennheiser MKE600 and the Rode VideoMic Go 2. The microphone is set to directional, so front direction. So this is what the audio is going to sound like if you just have it to the front direction in a traditional shotgun mic. And this is what the audio sounds like compared to the Sennheiser and also the Rode VideoMic Go 2. So this is a audio test with the Sennheiser MKE 600 running into the Holyland Max 2 wirelessly, going into my audio on the Nikon ZR. This is the Rode VideoMic Go 2 plugged into the Holyland Max M2, running wirelessly into my Nikon ZR. And this is what the audio sounds like. We're comparing it to the Saramonic SG MS1. Just another quick test here, final test. We are recording on the Saramonic SG MS1, but now we're doing it via USB-C cable straight into my iPhone. So this mic can also be your sort of recorder or your shotgun mic or something for your actual phone, and with a longer USB-C cable, obviously you could run that as a sort of like an interview thing or something like that as well. The Saramonic SG MS1, and we have it in the front facing configuration, so it should be picking up mainly what's in front of me. We're in this busy mall, so I thought this would be a good example of what the audio sounds like on the 3 different settings. This is when we're recording directly front-facing mic and it's coming directly towards me. I'm less than a meter away. And this is the Saramonic SG MS1. This is what the Nikon sounds like when it's going directly into the hot shoe. And we have it to the front-facing mic and we have it set to focus mode. And this is what the audio sounds like of the Rode VideoMic Go 2. So I'm less than a meter away and this is what the audio sounds like recording in a mall with the Rode VideoMic Go 2. So this is the Saramonic SG MS1, and now I have the setting set to surround mode. So it's not just picking up from the front and me, but it's also picking up the audio from the sides. Okay, so we can see we're still recording with the Saramonic SG MS1. Change the settings so now we're only picking up audio on the sides, not really from the front. So we're picking up from the sides and left and right, but we're not picking up so much from the front. This is the 3rd setting of the Saramonic SG MS1. In MS mode, you can output 2 different ways. Raw MS gives you the mid and side signals kept separate so you can get into post and decide on your stereo width after the fact, or you can go decoded left to right, which converts it to a normal stereo in real time so you can plug in, record, cut, upload without having to worry about the mixing. These options provide a very nice safety net for those of us who shoot first and think about editorial decisions later.
Can't even eat a snake during a mission, huh?
I wouldn't mind eating you.
Physically, this mic is very small. It's 150mm and 90 grams. It doesn't throw your gimbal balance out. It doesn't turn a compact camera into a top-heavy nightmare, which for solo shooters and travel filmmakers makes for a great combo, and a great mic for something like my Nikon ZR. In typical Saramonic fashion, this mic comes with everything. A 5-pin XLR cable adapter with a signal splitter, as this does not have a traditional 3-pin XLR. It also comes with a 3.5mm TRS cable, a USB-C cable to run it into your computer, a fluffy or dead cat along with a regular mic windshield, and 2 different mic holders depending on if you're booming this or using it on top of your camera. All of this housed in a nice hard case. The camera does run off 48-volt phantom power, but fortunately you don't have to rely on having phantom power, as it also has an internal battery which is charged via USB-C and can power the mic without phantom power and will last approximately 5 hours. phantom power, more like phantom pain in the ass.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
But nothing's perfect, so let's talk about a few things. This is not a lav replacement. If you're filming a wedding speech from 20 meters back at the rear of a marquee, no stereo shotgun on earth is coming to save you. This is a mic for capturing environments, not for isolating one voice in a hostile environment. Secondly, stereo width is a creative decision, but it's not going to suit every shooting scenario. Here's an example where I think this would be very important. I was recently filming a short film in a theatre. Part of the feeling of that theatre was in the expansiveness and the echo and reverb you could hear in person. But because we were using lav mics, a lot of that was lost, and so part of the experience was lost.
I can do it again.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do it again. I want to know if you can do it.
Meanwhile, recently I was filming a Matariki First Light event where I did get to use the MS1, and it worked perfectly, kind of capturing the entirety of the crowd and ambience performing up on this hill. For documentary and field recording people, this mic seems like a good all-in-one option. If you're out capturing real locations and you want the audience to feel the room or the street or the forest, then this is exactly the tool for it. The same if you're looking to capture wild tracks and filming locations to layer in as part of your sound mix. For some of my event work, it is also a great fit. Musicians and anyone recording live performances where space is half of the reason you're recording in the first place, and solo creators who'd rather carry one microphone that adapts rather than three that all serve a different purpose. Basically, if you've ever watched your own footage back and thought the audio's fine but it just feels a bit flat and lifeless, well, that's the problem that this mic was designed to fix. And look, I'll be honest, stereo ambience is not the sexiest upgrade you can make to your setup. Nobody has ever left a comment saying, "Great mid-side audio, mate." But it's one of those things where your audience won't be able to tell you what changed, they'll just find your work more immersive and they won't know exactly why. There's a link to the SG MS1 in the description if you're interested. Using my links helps support the channel and increases my rations.
Snake, look at your sea rations. They're frozen. You can't use frozen sea rats.
Until next time, I am the Metal Gear Solid 1 mid-side recording, snake eating, cardboard box dwelling, savage filmmaker. And I'll see you when I see you. Snake! Oh, it's hard to do that.